So I was supposed to get paid $180, 12-hour commercial, that's less than minimum wage for 12 hours. And deduct the $30 that I paid for the taxi, there's $30 profit.
You basically only made $30. You got ripped off.
Basically. And you see that commercial, ladies and gentlemen, you'll agree that I deserve, not to sound arrogant, but I deserve better. Okay? We all deserve better. And I come on very strong just like you did. You and I deserve better than the way we were treated.
Damn Skippy we do.
In 2015, in 2015. And you know how long it took for that commercial to be aired onto YouTube and onto the internet? It did not get aired until May of 2016.
So what, you have to wait a whole freaking year to see it?
Yeah, 9 months, not only to see it, but also to get paid. And you know what the agency's excuse is? Hello, my name is Emily Carpenter.
And I'm the moonlight driving enigma, Caswell Shaw.
I thought it was the enigmatic slayer. You decided to change it?
I change up my nickname every episode.
Awesome. Very creative of you. Well, I should change mine every episode then, shouldn't I?
Yeah, sure.
And
up to you.
I'm Emily Carpenter, the carpet. Yes, Carpenter the carpet. Also known as, possibly named after or related to Sabrina Carpenter, John Carpenter, the lovely director of horror movies, and of course the wonderful band, the Carpenters from the 1970s.
It's a fun fact that you bring up John Carpenter because the Halloween movie is coming out this October.
Really?
Yes.
Directed by him?
Yes.
Fantastic. I have to see it.
You gotta see it.
We gotta go out and see it together.
I'm down.
And we could do a movie review and tell our wonderful audience what we think about the movie.
Oh man, if only we could do that before Halloween, so that way we can upload it the day of. That would just be so fortuitous.
So it doesn't come out until the 31st. I assume if you're saying we can't do it before Halloween.
For now, off the top of my head, yeah, it's gonna come out during the time of Halloween. I would have to double check just to make sure. But I am fully aware that they are making a Halloween movie for this year. It's slated to come out, and Michael Myers is gonna make an appearance. And
awesome.
He's obviously one of my favorite horror movie killers, and I'm really excited for it.
Okay, well, that's interesting. I feel so ignorant because I didn't even know Mike Myers did a lot of horror movies until you just told me that now.
No, not Mike Myers, the actor. The killer is named Michael Myers.
Oh, that's so funny. Sorry, I got confused. Any famous people that you're related to?
Other than the incomparable Lindsay Shaw, the former star of Nancy Classified School Survival Guide and Pretty Little Liars, is there anyone with the last name Shaw that's in the acting industry, whether actor or producer or director?
Besides her, she must be related to people in Hollywood. Maybe her family's in Hollywood. I have to look that up, by the way.
Hey, well, if there are, I sure as hell don't know. If any of you know, just leave us in the comments below. Tell us.
Yes, please
inform us.
Please educate us on this topic that we are very ignorant of. Yes.
It's not a matter of ignorance.
No, it's all right. I'm joking. It's all good. So, continuing on, unfortunately, for part 1 of episode 7, the camera cut out and cut me off mid-sentence because this camera of yours only records up to 20 minutes, which is really frustrating because my camera, as long as it's plugged into the battery, will record up to an hour or 2 as long as you have the space of the memory card.
Well, that's your camera is sounds like a lot. Sounds better than the one I got, but I can't discredit the camera it's in my possession. I mean, it was a gift from my dad. He gave it to me during my either high school
what
or
year?
Yeah, 2013. I think it was my high school graduation.
You got this camera the same year that I got my camera. Yeah, my camera can record longer than 10-20 minutes as long as you have the space on it. That's weird.
I guess it just depends on the manufacturer because this is the Nikon D5100 and the Nikon series, I actually did my research on it, only records a certain limited amount of time. So I can't really fault my dad for, I'm not sure if he knew that or not.
That's okay.
But at the same time, it's like, we have to be more cognizant of the time limit of the camera that I'm currently using, or we're currently using, since we're at a new location for the last couple episodes. And if I could find a way to hack my my Nikon camera without breaking it, I would be able to do that, and we'd be able to record for hours.
All right. Speaking of time limit, I got a watch here. Let's watch the time. So, go right ahead. So I was continuing saying what the agency, the so-called modeling and acting agency who I was with, what the hell their bullshit, bogus excuse was for not being able to pay me. Okay, that was bullshit. I did a Mark Anthony hair commercial, which we will be attaching to this video. We'll be showing the clip. Well, maybe we'll have my audio voice talk while the video is running. can figure out how to do that. And anyway, yeah, Mark Anthony, and I did the video in August of 2015. The video wasn't released for the Australian Mark Anthony, and I'll even put the link to the video in the description below, because Mark Anthony posted on YouTube, Mark Anthony Australia.
It's all over on the internet. Yeah. Might as well check it out while you can.
Might as well check it out while you can. Even though I didn't get paid, it was still my glorious few minutes of fame, even though they didn't say my name in it either. And I was a blonde. So you probably can't recognize me too much, but it would have been nice to get paid $180 rather than getting paid the minimal $60 that they gave me and then having to wait 9 months for that. Their excuse was, oh yeah, we charge a yearly fee of $120 a year, so that came out of your paycheck. Well, you could have actually been honest with me about that in the beginning, and that's a bullshit lie, by the way. You want to know why?
Why?
Because I did a commercial with them prior to Mark Anthony, called Hornbach, who was a German hardware store. That I did a commercial with them, and that was supposed to pay me $250. They took the full $250, never even paid me for that. And you're saying $250 can't go towards 2 years of being with you guys?
That's kind of asinine.
That's a scam. That's how scam artists work, Caswell. They're never upfront with you. They're never honest with you, and they lie through their teeth, and they give you bullshit excuses to justify their actions and their freaking behavior.
Wow, sounds like you got ripped off sevenfold.
Yeah! Welcome to Toronto, the city of scams. Not to say that other cities don't have scams. I'm not condoning the fact or ignoring the fact that other cities have scams, but other cities also have better laws on how agencies can conduct themselves. And you want to say something?
It's unfortunate that they all congregate to the biggest city in Canada, where we're surrounded by nothing but inept management. Unfortunate to say, including this one.
Yes, exactly. Moving right along, I know that there are rules in the States. I'd like to have a guest speaker on our show, by the way, Patricia. Patricia, you're going to watch this. Patricia's going to see this. Patricia was an agent of mine, and she knows all about the industry in the States versus Canada and Canada versus the States. And I'd love for her to be a guest speaker on our vodcast and have her educate you guys on scams and what to look out for and what ones are rip-offs and what ones aren't. Because Patricia was telling me how in America they have better laws on how what person can become an agent, a legitimate agent, what person can't. In Canada or in Ontario, I don't know about the rest of Canada, I'm pretty sure it's the same in the rest of Canada. The laws in Ontario, I'm sure, aren't going to be much different or fluctuate much more compared to every other province in Canada. But in the States, they don't just require you to know 1 or 2 casting directors and get a casting director to write a letter on your behalf and pay an $80 fee and then you're an agent. Yeah, Ontario's crap when it comes to that. Boo, Ontario. Sorry to run down the place where I'm from.
Clearly, out of the two of us, one of us has had unfortunate miscomings.
Yeah, so anyway, they have better laws, even with the consumer protection law out in England. I know this for a fact. Instead of a 10-day cooling off period, which Ontario has, England has a 30-day cooling off period.
Define cooling off period.
It means that if you change your mind within 30 days, you're entitled to a refund. Whether it's a cell phone contract, gym contract, you're entitled to your money back within 30 days. With Ontario, it's 10 days. A week and a half, which isn't very much time, with all due respect, to get your money back with any kind of contract. Cell phone, modeling agency, acting agency, gym contract, whichever. That's not a lot of time. That's a week and a half.
Because like in the UK, you have all the time you want at your leisure, whereas here in the Great White North, you have to know as to whether or not you want to commit to or not, and you only have an X amount of time to really make a decision.
Exactly. It's not very good. That's a law that I feel like writing to my premier about. Anyway, going right along, so their excuse was, you should know that if you actually read our contract, $120 a year, plus the fact that we took pictures for, and then when they wrote me an email when I canceled my contract with them. I canceled my contract with them in October of 2015. And then they have the nerve, I had an old friend of mine pick up my check on my behalf, and then they told my old friend, oh, how's Emily doing? And yeah, the commercial looks great, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, she sure seems ungrateful considering how she got a couple of free photo shoots. Excuse me? Free photo shoots? I paid $350 for a photo shoot, another $350 for a modeling portfolio on top of that, and you want to say that any extra additional photos that you took of me that I didn't pay right out of my pocket were free?
So you basically dropped $700 and they still called you ungrateful?
Yeah, basically.
What the f is wrong with you?
Yeah, WTF times infinity or times 1,000. Yes, 2 women. Nice woman, by the way, real nice woman. So going on, anyway, they just wanted to bring up my past and use it against me because they knew that I'd been scammed before. I shouldn't have told them. This is the thing with a scam artist, you always keep your mouth shut. You don't ever tell them you've been scammed before. You don't tell them you've been scammed multiple times. You don't share that information with them when you first meet them. Because otherwise they think, oh, she's jailbait. You know, she's innocent. She's gullible. And she must be pretty stupid. We can take advantage of her whatever the hell we want at our terms and our convenience. And basically rob her blind once again.
Because let's face it, when it comes to the topic of scammers, you want to keep that on hushed terms because now you're all suspicious and thinking that, oh, you're just going to take advantage of her just like everyone else has. Well, you know how things go. It's just, you take the good with the bad and, you know, you can't say it's half bad. It's all bad.
Basically. Scam is a scam is a scam is a scam. So anyway, I'd love to have Patricia on here as a guest. You know,
open invite.
Yes, open invite, Patricia. You'll be watching this. She will gladly exploit these individuals for the type of people, the type of condescending people that they are.
Going back to my first story with the game night story was that the theme of the episode was revolving around this board game Risk. I'm sure everyone knows about that, and it was because of the fact that it ended so poorly with this girl who I thought was going to cast me straight from my actor's portfolio, and then suddenly realized that she already got a cast who's, in her opinion, was leaps and bounds better, two of which are good friends of mine that were on that set, and it's just infuriated me so much more that to this day I can't play Risk because of that project. I can't play Risk.
Oh dear, that's like me. I can't walk down by Lansdowne subway station anymore without having bad memories of those bitches. Sorry.
Yeah?
That's what they are who screwed me over. I can't walk around that area anymore without having constant bad memories.
It's a bad memory. You just don't want to associate yourself with it.
No, I don't. And one more thing I'll add to that, which I didn't mention. They had a different name back in the 90s. They actually shut down before they had this new name. The two women that are by Lansdowne Station, they had a different name. And I looked it up on the internet. This is the funny thing. I found out information about them on the internet saying they had a different name back in the 90s, and then they were shut down because they weren't making business. They closed down because they were a scam.
No way.
Eventually they're going to shut down and lose business because people are going to get sick and tired of not getting paid.
Well, they caught on.
And then being dishonest. And then they opened up about maybe, I don't know how long they were out of business for, maybe a couple years, maybe 5 years, I don't really know. But then they opened up, I think maybe 5-10 years later under a completely different, brand new name and a brand new address so they can get away with it. That's how these scam artists work.
That's funny.
It's not really funny. I mean, depending on how you look at it, how funny in what way?
It's just funny as to how low they will go to try and hide their shame.
Yeah, and well, they're not really ashamed. A lot of people like that, I don't really think between you and me, they have a conscience. You can't be scamming people and constantly robbing people blind and taking money out of them and not have guilt or a conscience. People like that, you don't have to be a killer to be a sociopath. You don't have to be a serial killer to be a sociopath, okay? There can be people that are con artists, that are scammers, that are whatever you want to call it, fraudsters, whatever you want to call them, that have basically no conscience. They won't even feel a twinge of guilt for ripping people off. Those are the types of people you stay far, far away from.
And those are the special types of people that realize that there's a special spot in hell for them.
Basically, yeah, reserved for them with their name on it. Exactly.
All right, so now to the second story with the short film is that there were two things that really set me off. The thing that I had specified in the last episode was that they had filmed the scene that I was supposed to be in 2 weeks prior, and they already took the picture of the actor who also had my role, and they didn't tell me. She actually still had use for me, believe it or not, and this use. You're probably gonna laugh or be as shocked. The reason why I was more mortified is that they asked me to do background, and people who know me in real life know that I hate doing background work with a blind passion, because when I was starting acting, that was really all I was doing, and when I realized I was getting paid for it, I just realized it was a gigantic waste of time. And now that I'm signed with the principal agent, you'll understand why I hate background and why I'm so glad that the agent I'm with does not do background work.
Okay.
So that was just a big me moment, and it was just what I should have said was to give them a big you right back, but I just couldn't take it. I said, you know what? I'd rather not do background, and I'd rather not be associated with another project that have misinformed me, lied to me, and just said that I'm nothing but background talent for both of them. And I say sod off to you, and you know what? I still wish you a good life. I do wish the best of you, and hey, no hard feelings, right?
I beg to differ in my experience. I will not say that about the woman that wronged me of over $1,000. So I won't be saying that about them. I forgive you, but I don't. Certainly do not forget.
And if I can quote my co-star, is that, hey, it's forgiven, but it's not forgotten. And the things that people do to me have wronged me in a way I don't forget.
Good invitation. That was a brilliant invitation. Yes.
I listen.
Yes.
I listen.
Yes, you do. You know what we should do next episode? We should put duct tape over my mouth while you're talking. That's what you should do. It'll be comedy. Duct tape. I have duct tape at my place. Why not? It's a funny thing. Why not? I don't mind.
You say it's funny and you don't mind it?
I don't mind.
It's like, what if people watch it and think, well, wow, that's rude of me to do this to you?
Oh, I signed up for it. We'll say at the beginning, just so you know, ladies and gentlemen, I signed up to have the duct tape over my mouth. You weren't forcing me into anything. It was my idea right from the get-go. That was me. Thank you so much for watching this episode. In the next few episodes, we're going to be talking about how I got fired. Again, for BS reasons that were out of my control. And that were very discriminating. And you can talk about, I'm sure you have other crummy experiences you want to share besides those. Come on, I'm sure. I'm not the only one who's gone through hell.
Hey, I'm sure if I can come up with it, I will be able to share it. In the meantime, I'll gladly listen to whatever it is that you've gone through. So
all right,
that's pretty much what I'm here for. I'm the listener for a lot of people. A lot of people vent to me, and it's just the kind of information that I don't mind absorbing because I'm just a good person.
Anyway, so we just want to thank the 150 subscribers that we already have on our channel. Also on my channel, Em's Diary, the 327 subscribers that I have. Thank you so much that I've gotten over 300 subscribers. I want to hit the next marking for our channel. We want to reach 200 subscribers very soon, so we just need 50 more subscribers to get to that 200 subscriber mark. And with my personal channel, Em's Diary, I want to get to 350 subscribers. That's the next personal mark that I have.
It may seem like a low number to a lot of people, but for us it's a pretty big deal. So
yes,
we want to personally thank all of you guys. You guys are amazing for sticking with us with the sudden change in dynamics for that channel. It was an old channel before, but it's a new one now where we had to migrate from the channel that we had before and then take it over here. So that way we wanted to reach to a much larger audience than the one that we had.
Exactly, and that's why I also uploaded onto my other channel, Em's Diary, EMZ Diary, because that has over 300 subscribers. That's the channel with the most subscribers, hence the most viewers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and anyway, so I might direct people to our channel. On my channel, Em's Diary, we'll put it at the end of the description saying go to Cas and Vods, whatever, at the end of my channel. And then, direct people to our channel and everything. But we want to do a Q&A about your experiences with scam artists or any bad experiences that you have had on set, whether it be a background performer, commercial, student film, small film, big film, whichever. Even if you're a major actor in LA, we want to hear your story. And we are flattered if any actors from LA or in our audience are watching this video. We are very flattered. Feel free to thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe and share. The support is greatly appreciated, and we will do a live video on a platform of your choice. As the viewers, you get that choice because we want to help you out with your struggles and your experiences, and maybe I can offer my best advice to you based on my experiences with being scammed. So that would be Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. We will do a live video on one of those three platforms.
Oh,
probably maybe YouTube or Facebook might make the most sense, but we do also talk about our channel on Instagram. So if you'd like it to be on any one of those channels, let us know. Let us know in the comments below, or you can direct message us on YouTube or message me on my page on Facebook. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I will be looking forward to having a guest speaker in the near future talking about scams on our channel. Summer slows down, and the summer's coming to an end, a dead end, unfortunately, and falls on its way with the hornets, the bees, and the wasps. And I've never been stung in my entire life.
Neither have I.
Interesting, both of us, so we don't know what it's like to be stung. That's why we hate bugs so much.
Yeah.
How funny. Interesting fact of the day. Cas fact. In over 20-something years, we have both never been stung. I'm looking forward to September. It's back to school. For those of you in high school, college, or even elementary school who are watching this.
Get that education, because we need a lot more smart people in this world.
Yes, people who are not ignorant and people who can hopefully fight the fraudsters and prevent fraud from happening in today's society. Down the road, there needs to be much better laws to prevent these situations from happening to people over and over and over again.
Exactly. We need a new generation of people who actually, keep their common sense.
Exactly, and have a good head on their shoulders. Thank you for watching. Happy September coming soon. Bye-bye.
And until next time, I also bid you a adieu. Goodbye and good night.